Hate when that alarm goes off. Stretch. Yes, I'm old, people. I'm old. Welcome to another Luscious Louisiana, episode number 2. I've been sleeping in the bunk. I got here late last night. Well, they didn't unload me till late, and it was a whole thing. So, but yeah, it was a comfortable rest. The bed ain't as comfy as Sophie and a few other of my trucks, but not complaining. Not complaining. Let me get up here, get this truck. Well, actually, let me pre-trip, get this truck fired up, and we'll get going for the day. Oh, excuse me. Alright, it's fired up. I'm meant to do this. My normal pre-trip is turn the key, and while I'm checking everything outside, then fire it up so it primes the engine and whatnot, but I forgot. So, but anyway, going in 3. There we go. There we go. Let it warm up a little bit. So, what's happening for today? Well, in episode number 1, where I talked about why I'm in the Mac, that kind of I kind of need to do that because she sent another email last night. Have you made a decision? All that type of stuff. So, long story short, Mac's still going to stay with me. I'm sorry, I can't. She's a great truck. I can't let a company, one of the people who use my trucks, I should just call them company drivers, but to me it's a whole thing, so I'm not going to call them that. But one of the people who uses my truck, I'm not giving them this. I'm sorry. She's too nice, she's spacious, she's smooth, so no, I'm sorry. And I was all for ready to let her go, but no, can't do it. She's just too nice. So what the plan is now, let me bring up the paper map. I might just bobtail over there, or go empty rather. Get over to Baton Rouge because I had the other truck I was looking at, the International, sent there sometime late last night. And if you don't know, I'll tell you, when they deliver trucks, they don't have to follow the hours of service rules and all that, so they can just book it from wherever they're at. So, that's that. So, it'll probably be there later today, most likely, if not tomorrow morning. Either way, it don't matter to me. Either way, I will be switching in the International to do my evaluation on that mentally so I can send it to Cat. So, as far as that, now, what we're doing now is seeing if we can get a load over to Baton Rouge. Now, in theory, and I know I say this all the time, but I always think of people who don't watch my stuff left and right. How to put this? It's going to be kind of like let's just talk about the event for a minute. I can knock it out if I went to Baton Rouge and went from there somewhere. That'd be 4. And knock that out fast. That's how I got 2 already. But, and thankfully in my career I could do this. Bob to load, I've done that before in the past. It works great. But, considering I did not work much of this month so far, and the freaking holiday months and all that's coming up, just to help me a little bit, I really don't feel like going over there, just burning up the fuel. So, I'm going to see if I can just get a load. It may not even count for the event because it's so baby short. But you never know till you look. So, let's look. And the plan is too, since we're all talking about that, I know people are like, this ain't got nothing to do with Louisiana. I get it, but trucking is not just always about the ooh and the why. You got to do the business, people. You got to do the business. And I'm sure I'm like, what the heck is business? Business. I'm black. Y'all should know that by now. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I could bobtail over there and it wouldn't hurt me, but I don't want to burn up that much fuel and waste that money if I can get a load over there, I'm going to take it. Like I said, but that's, even if they have one over there, I'm not seeing much. Oh, Baton Rouge, yeah, perfect. Is it enough? And I knew it wouldn't count. Well, okay, I'm going to still grab it. It won't count for the event, and that's why I was hoping this would happen. To just show people who don't know. This won't count for the event for nothing, so it won't do nothing for the event, but as far as income, it still does what I need to do. So that'll be perfect, works great, Hey, so on the app, so I'm gonna do the app real quick to get that locked in, so we can get over there. It don't even take an hour. No, it takes 2 hours, but that ain't even. That's a blink and you're done with that. So, but anyway, let me do that app, get this all locked in. Let's go grab her. I miss the days where it wasn't so much computer work, and I say that because I slack a lot of times on the computer work, so then I gotta catch up before I can get new loads, stuff like that. So long story short though, the paperwork, that'd be fine, simple paperwork, just like, and I know if y'all know trucking, y'all know what I'm talking about, like with the ELDs, emails, all that. It's a lot simpler, and don't get me wrong, I still do it, I do it all that, because it just makes it so you have paper trails, all that. So I'm not saying it's not beneficial, just some days I miss where it's just fill out the paper, go, instead of like all this input the apps and all the what. Don't get me wrong, I said this, I don't know, I think it was back in September or maybe August or July this year when I finally say, you know what, I just have to learn to accept the app work. Just makes it easy, especially with these loads and everything else like that. But it definitely, I always remember the old school days where it's just paper, go, done. But you know how it is, you gotta adjust with the times. So, alright, truck should be pretty warm now. Do a tug test, and let's roll on over here. Oh, well, it might help if I'm not in the freaking high gear. What are you doing, X? You're just not here yet. That's right, I got my music going, so I'm gonna get there eventually. I just gotta figure out how to get out of here. Alright, so I guess I'll just swing around that way. Alright, cool, and I'll holler at y'all once we get over here. Like I said, I know some people just love the purdy engine, so let y'all hear the purdy engine over to Flavor Fair. We'll say this one's a lot easier to get out of than LAC Port looks like, but I haven't gotten out, but it just feels like it. Sad part is I could see someone being dumb enough, like if there was a lot of traffic and everything, like a lot of trucks coming in, like a busy day, trying to just follow the crowd, follow trucks, and not stop hopefully like back here and be on the rails and stuff like that. It would not be a good situation. Put it like that. It would not be a good situation. And trust me, I've seen drivers do it, both in real life and on here. I was riding with them, and I'm like, dude, you might want to move. You might want to move. They ain't listen, and yeah, yeah. I'm glad they added that, because you come on, you ain't gonna be in Louisiana and New Orleans and not have those lights. Come on, you know that's a given. I wish I was here at night. See, that is kind of like the one downside of when you're always working and trucking. You get to see a lot, but you're working for the most part, which I already talked to a few people, and it's gonna happen. We're just gonna take some road trips, bump the work, bump all of that, save up a little money, do what you gotta do, but we're gonna just come out and ride the places. And if you know who I'm talking about and you're listening right now, you know I'm talking about you and a few other people. So, but yeah, we're gonna come out and do some road trips and stuff, because you don't get to see everything if you're always moving, going to the next load, all that. You miss so much, so much. That's why I love when I get to be on you pretty much got all day type loads and stuff like that. My biggest one I could think of is like Washington State, and what's the other one I did like heavily on? Maybe it was Montana. I don't know, it's been a few of them, but when you can just enjoy the scenery, not just see it going past, you know. And I gotta get over, hopefully, was it Freightliner? No, Peterbilt. Hopefully Pete will let me over. We'll see though. We'll see. that turnaround because it's very realistic. I don't think I've seen too many of them in ATS, so that was nice. That was nice, realistic merge and everything else like that. So I love that SCS always does research. They have people go out there, look at stuff, and get ideas from, and code it and fab it up the best they can. You know, I love that they do that. And I guess that's proof considering I've been doing this since it came out for the most part. So, I mean, that's proof in the pudding, I guess, but yeah. Oh, no, not on train tracks. Not on the train tracks. I was just talking about that. That would not be a good start to the day. Bum. Flavor Fair, Flavor Fair. I want to say that came out big and like when it, what was it? Might have been the best. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with audio these days, but I'm like, you know what? Y'all just gonna have to accept hearing clicks. That's just the way it's shifting for my setup anyway and stuff like that. So if you don't like it, pretend you didn't hear it. Oh, I like Flavor Fairs usually. They're usually pretty smooth to swing into. Alright, so let me do that now, because I can already tell they're going to say something, so... Got it. Alright, that's that. Yeah, Flavor Fair is big on tandems to the rear, so... I sound like just knock it out now before they say something. It's one of my favorite dogs where you can see the yellow lines on it, nice, clear, and easy. Yes, I know I'm not the best about not putting in that clutch when I'm backing, but it's all good. Just wearing out my freaking starter and battery and everything else. Trucking. You know what? Let me get in here on this drone. We gonna get us a drone shot of Flavor Fair. We got a little time because I don't even think they said it won't even be ready until about, what, you know what they say, like 11:20 or something. And yeah, so we got time. So Let me find this drone and get a drone shot. Alrighty then, trailer's all loaded up. It didn't take too long. Now whether or not I'll get another one in today, we'll play that by ear, but let's go ahead and fire it up. I just like looking at her. Alright, let me stop BSing. Let's see. World map, paper map, let's see. Like I said, she's super small. I told y'all the point of this, just get over here, drop it so I can get to the garage, which is, where is the garage? Oh wow, it's okay, it's on the other side. Now I'm debating if I want to go to the garage. Well, can't with the load. I guess once we drop, we'll get over, because it looks like it's literally just pick it, then ride up, back down 10, 110, and up. Okay, that's not that bad. Hey, that's why I show y'all the map. I tell y'all this all the time if you watch this. Just jumping in and driving is, yes, that's the obvious cliche main point, but so much more goes into it. So much more, but hey, no wrong way. I say that all the time too. There's no wrong way to do this, but I'm just letting you know, so much more goes into it. Alright, do the tuck test. Let's roll. I got my music going, so y'all put y'all music on if you want. Oh snap, I almost freaking turned the wrong way. Alright, crap, and I think I gotta, yeah, let me do that now before I forget. Swing hard that way. Glad nobody coming. I can do it right here. There we go. Alright. Pull the brake. Let's see, I don't have the papers in front of me, so. It is 34, so that I don't need to go too far in the front. So, boom, 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 boom. This truck's clutch is very funny. Alright, just making sure because she didn't seem like she wanted to move at first, but alright, get back out here. Alright, we're good. Wouldn't it be nice if you could do that in reality instead of having to jump back in and out all the time? But I like that little thing. I don't know if y'all seen it or follow Trucking Me Out. They have a thing now where you can literally just put it on the hole. It blocks it so you don't have to keep getting back in and out. So that is definitely a nice little improvement from back in the day. Or how, if you don't have that, just how you have to do it in general. What's up, buddies? They don't know me, and I'm sure like, who is this black dude honking at us? But it's all good. All good. Alright, let's get over here real fast so I can get over here, get this unloaded, and then we will switch into the international today. Now, the downside with that is, I already knew I ain't selling or making the international a company truck. I'm just doing it so I can, for my purpose, like, are you positive about this? But I'm 90% sure I'm not. So there's that, and then from there I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because I am I'm trying to get 3 truck slots available. I want to say last time I looked, I only have 2, and I mean, don't get me wrong, love Cat. That's why I told her about it, and she's doing. I mean, she's going to do the evaluations in general because the stuff's sitting too long. But I think that's why she's kind of more heavily looking at them now, just trying to help me out. Which I mean, that's on me. So, but I have to see then what truck I want to do then that's been used but doesn't get used enough. So I don't know. There's a lot to do with that, but that has nothing to do with Louisiana. So let's focus on Louisiana, baby. Ooh, that was a Cadillac. I don't even care what you say. That was a Cadillac. Yes, I can't sing, y'all will live. Like the roundabouts and stuff. I feel like they just are getting more realistic with the roundabouts and whatnot. Because behind crinkly and calling and can't be flying around, which nobody should be to begin with. But I promise you'll still see drivers out here doing it. I remember that just see, that's why I love the Mac. I remember when I first got it, all my trucks have history, and that's why I don't like to sell them, giving company drivers but money and stuff like that. So long story short, though, I remember this was the only truck ever I had to get used to. I guess maybe it's because of the high rise on it or the way it rocks or whatever. I don't, dude. Okay, fine, do that then. But I had to get used to all of that. Well, I had to get used to something on it after a while, because this was the only truck I'd be getting going. Be down in LA, coming around that curve, coming from the house, all that, and it would flip. Don't know why. Because I just wasn't used to the high rise of this one yet, I guess. Because this high rise is a little more than all my other trucks. A little more, I guess you could call it thicker, like more broad and whatnot like that, but a little hollow too. So I guess I just had to use. I mean, granted, now I'm used to it. Obviously, years of doing it, but yeah, that's what I said. Got used to it, and that's why I just can't let this Mac go. She'll get upgraded over the years. That's a given, but I can't let her go. say I think that's when we're coming back to go up to the garage. Not right now though. I remember 110. I said, I don't think it's now. I don't care what no one says. This is my thing. I always do. I love the tunnel bridges like this. Oh, well, not even tunnel bridges, just a bridge in general. But I love the bridges, especially this one. Especially this one. It always reminds me when I first went into Oregon. Oh, I just love the bridges. I don't know why. It's just a thing. But I love the bridges. I'm gonna blow the horn as soon as we get on, as soon as we cross the threshold for the bridge. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Let's get it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow that mother. I'm sure I'm scaring somebody blowing his loud behind horn. Oh no, a couple of people on the bus are happy about it. Okay, they did the little arm bumps. Cool. This is a good day now. It's a good day now. I gotta get over. Shoot. Okay, there's a more. I was about to say, that's a quick behind thing coming up. Yeah, barely. Got that one. Alright, I was about to say, let me see if I can get over, but it's right here on the right, so we just sitting in traffic, which I usually don't record traffic, but hey, well, I do know one thing though. When I get done with this truck, when I get some time, I'm definitely gonna look to see about this clutch to see if it needs to be adjusted or something. Maybe not, because I only got 31,000 on it, so it shouldn't need it, but doesn't mean it couldn't be just out enough, because I don't think it should be that, so whew. There we go. Like I said, just a little quick load, just bring some money in and to switch over to that truck. It's a gloomy day though, but anyway, it's all good. I don't like hauling those. Done it, not a fan. I mean, the pay is good, but it's just so dangerous if you ain't careful, so. Yeah, dang, let's get going. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this clutch looked at or adjusted probably. I mean, I know we got some weight, but 35 should not be making it that temperamental. So, or to be fair, it might be the opposite because it's a Mac, so it might be 35 ain't nothing. Give me a 40, 50, but it's all good. Alright, now how the heck? Alright, so where the heck? Okay, so there's the trailers. Okay, so there. Alright, so okay, so like the south turn in here. Thank goodness there ain't no cars here, because if not, that would have been a backing up situation, which I don't want to do, but would have had to be done. Excuse me, coming through. There we go. Shoot, that's a little small. Well, the store ain't small, but getting in, you have a lot of room. But it's all good. Turn the flashes on now. Be professional. I start cutting this mother lover. Cut it hard. Don't tear up your fan, but cut it hard. There we go. And it's gonna be really tight. Cut that car there. Alright, there we go. That's what you call the definition of getting it in right. Alright, so we're good on that one. Yeah, poles there, we're good there. Oh, it's so weird. They want us to park it. Ah, I know why. And they already know they're gonna take a while to unload. Well, there's no truck in the dock, but because I think they were expecting this to be a drop and hook thing, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna run inside the store anyway, get me something to drink while we wait to get unloaded here. Perfection, baby. There we go. Alright, we're gonna run in this store real fast, wait to get unloaded, and once we get unloaded, we just gonna run over to the garage, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that now before I run in this store. Just like I said, whenever I do the events in new states and all that, I like to give it for people who don't know. So from here to here, reset. Yeah, here to here. Yeah, ooh, that's a good little walk. Why the heck did it have you running around? Oh yeah, because that's that. So that, no, where is it? Okay, so how do you get back? Ah yeah, so you're gonna have to figure out how to get from there. Just that. It's gonna be interesting figuring how to get back onto 10 East. I guess that'd be this one. Yeah. What? Oh yeah, because it's still trying to get us back here. So okay, so this would work. You go here. Alright, go here, and you run up there. Okay, I'm not gonna do it now because it's still trying to get you over here. So timing won't be the best. So I'll show y'all that after we get unloaded. Let me reset my GPS before I forget. It had me all nervous when I come back out. Alright, so that's that. I'm gonna run up in this store real quick, get me a little drink, a little snack, all that stuff, and I'll holler at y'all once we get unloaded. That shows you what happened when you're tired and you're old. Scared the crap out of me, yo. So anyway, we're unloaded now. We're good on that. I'm gonna head over to the garage and go ahead and fire it up. But like after I walked in there, it was around, I want to say, when I got back to the truck, about 2:45-ish, 2:50-ish range. So I'm like, well, but they ain't gonna unload us no time soon. So I'm gonna lay in the bunk. I must have fallen asleep because they were knocking. So I guess they've been knocked for a while, because when they finally knocked on the door, they were like beating like boom, boom, boom to get in and wake up. So it happens, y'all. I'm old. I do this too much. I would love to say I'm gonna take another month off. I mean, maybe December I'll take a little time off. But I was looking at my monthly things for this month of November, and this is only the third load of November, and it's November at the time of the recording anyway. Excuse me, what is it? November 28th. So yeah, so you can already tell November is gonna be a crap month, but it's okay. It happens. It's the fun when you do stuff right and watch your money. So alrighty then, let's throw it in gear, do a tug test, make sure she's locked. You know what I'm getting out here. If y'all don't know, I'll remind y'all again. I don't like keeping my tandems. Actually, I guess I could leave them here. Yeah, I'll leave them here. I ain't gonna say nothing. Alright, let's roll. Get over to this garage. Switch into the International. And then from there, I think what the plan is now, because I'll look around, because I haven't really got a great idea of Louisiana yet. Drake breaks still on. I haven't really got a good idea of what they haul, but if I'm just doing my own stuff, my own trailer, all that, on authority, I won't get an idea, you know, so I'm gonna have to see what company's doing what, you know. Go through the broker app. Alright, now the fun part is gonna be getting across here. Alright, this is gonna be quick and fun. Right after the white car. Oh, that he's gonna be. No, I don't be that ignorant driver. I don't care. Thank you. around, white car there, perfect. Well, kind of perfect, not perfect, but nothing's perfect. But good enough, worked well. So now I gotta try and see if I can step in front of a stone carrier over here. If I'm lucky, he's got automatic, and he does, but he is not gonna let me over. Dang it. Which I figured I wouldn't get over. Come on, International. Now you could have let me over. Yeah. Y'all gonna make me be that ignorant guy. Thank you. That's all I ask, just a little bit. Thank you. And I think when we get over here, probably the truck's here by now. I think it is, but I don't ever remember getting an email saying been delivered, none of that, so. No, didn't do that. Woo! See, sometimes those little GPSs can mess you up. That's why you gotta pay attention, y'all. And she's not gonna catch a gear. Nope, still not gonna catch a gear. There we go. Whew, that would have been a headache if I missed that. But nope, never got an email saying the International was over there. So I'll check when I get over here. You know, people, emails can get lost. People cannot send them all that stuff. So nothing beats the old-fashioned laying your eyes on it. And I get to go across the bridge again. Yay! Yeah, I'll just look at that. Oh, I wish I was ignorant enough to pull up to the side of the road, get the drone out, and take a drone shot of that. That would be lovely. That would be lovely. Not going to, but I definitely would. I definitely would, but nah. Yeah. Ah, the bridge. Oh. Okay, I don't care. The bridge. The bridge. I love this bridge. I love this bridge. I want to say. See, they're tied. I mean, the first two, you know, these are the first two, Oregon's bridge and this one. And I would say this one's my favorite now, but I can't because the one in Oregon opens up to let the boats and everything through. But I like this one a little more because it's longer, wider, and just more appealing to look at. But I don't know. I definitely love them both, though. That's why I'm glad I got both on film. I can watch it whenever I want. So, oh, no, I'm not getting over. 110, yep, there you go. But I couldn't tell you which one's my favorite. I love them both, so couldn't answer that. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Which is funny, we ain't even really worked today, but it means I'm just tired. That's why I said it's an up in the air thing for one again today. 9 out of 10, considering it's getting to be late now. Because I think when we get over here, it'll be probably about 6:30-ish, give or take. And then after run the night, it's just like, so I'm heavily leaning towards probably just starting fresh tomorrow. And to be fair, that's because I just got such a late start this morning. I don't like starting at 9, but that sleep was just, it had its hands wrapped around me and I was not trying to get out like that. So yep. Stay in your lane, X. Chippewa Street, whatever you want to call it. I might just start calling it Chippewa Street now because that sounds more memorable. But that's what the garage is if you're coming off of 110 from, what was it, Pickett. As a matter of fact, you're going to have to. Yeah, you can't go straight, so, okay. Chippewa Street. Exit 3A. Why I'm saying this, I don't know. Let's see, I haven't really been running since yesterday. Today wasn't none, so I was about to say, but I figured I need a little fuel, so I'll fill up tomorrow. Well, no, I'm getting ready to park though. Yeah, I won't fill up, because at least when next time I get in here, provided it doesn't leak or nothing while it's sitting, she'll have at least half a tank, so that's not a bad way to start it, so. Crap. Now I gotta remember to do that tomorrow. Cause after I switch into the international, I got a call to have Evie sent over here and have her here by, what's today, Friday? At least by Wednesday next week, I'll run the international until she gets here. Cause I mean, that was the original plan. I think back in Iowa, I think it was. I leased that truck that was a dead-on resemblance of my dad's truck, so you know I just ran with that the entire time. It was so nice. It was so nice. Actually, that's what inspired the original Pete's paint job I had done. Cause I think it was after I got in that one, the Kenworth, whatever it was, I can't remember, but it was a dead-on resemblance of the Kenworth T2000. I think it was like 2 days later, I called up the paint shop and said, hey, can y'all do this color? Because I sent them a picture and everything. Sent them a picture and said, oh yeah, and that's easy. I'm like, okay, I want this truck done and everything. So long story short, that's what inspired the Pete's color now, and it's just going to stay that way for at least a couple of years easily. But nope, I don't know I think the last time I ran with Evie, as a matter of fact, that's why I have all my boom, 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 let's see, boom, 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 yep, Evie was last, ran, oh wow, oh, no, that looks about right, it says June of 2024, and that would make sense, because I think the start of the year was something, and then the one that came out earlier, yeah, so that looks about right, so like I said, it's been a minute since, I know it's been a minute since y'all have seen the Evie, and don't do, okay, that's right, ma'am, at least the freight line behind me gonna be decent, thank you, there we go. Yeah, I know it's been a minute since y'all have seen the Evie, and I can't even remember the last time I got in there, so that would probably right. So it's been about a year. Well, it's been over a year actually. So, alright, the new garage. Baton Rouge garage. Yeah, they said it was a small one, which is fine. Maybe later, not now, but later throughout like years and whatnot. Maybe I'll upgrade it. We'll see. Depends on how much revenue she brings in and stuff like that. Cause I don't even have no drivers over here right now. So I gotta do that. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do. The first thing is like, where the heck are you going? Because you ain't gonna make that turn. So I don't know what I'm swinging in for. I don't know, just I guess looking around the garage. Alright, that's on me. Got lost in the sauce, if you will. There we go. Cool. I was wondering, it's like big behind me, man, but I know what that's for. And part lift up engines, all that, so that, and that, so like that. I really got to remember this. It's be flipping the gear down. I don't know why. I'm just tired today. Don't know why. Just fun of being old, y'all. Fun of being old. I love how I remember one time somebody said, "Oh no, you can't get out them garages once you pull in. It's not possible." I'm like, no. I mean, maybe if you had doubles or like an extended trailer, maybe that's what he was referring to. 'Cause I know he used to do a lot of those back in the day, dude. I used to ride with. I'm like, no. Even if you were bobtail or even with a 53 like this, you can get out if you pay attention. And not hit the curb like I just did. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, but it's okay. It's my own stuff, so. That's the fun when you're back and you can't fully see on that side. And like they say, if you don't know, I say it all the time, people get out and look. Now I'm curious what the heck I hit. Oh yeah, and they left that ladder thing there. Let's say, cause I ain't see nothing, but it's okay. Right, swing right about there, cause I'm gonna cut it hard to get that over. So there we go. You should be decently good now. Watch this front through here. Watch the front. I bet you that freaking ladder's still in my way. I should be good now. Yeah, we're good now. Yeah, we're good now. See, that's simple. I think with people a lot of time when they say they can, it's not that they can't or it can't be done. It's just the tediousness. I guess what is the tedious way you have to do it. People don't like to do a lot, and especially in today's time because they're so like instant now, bam, done. And now I'm just getting into why I like it. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm not gonna have y'all watch me switching, putting the truck in the truck. Screwing up my words, putting the what you wanna call it, the trailer in the garage, the drop and all that. I'm not gonna have y'all watch me do all that. I will say though, even though this is a small garage, I think it's smaller as far as like the area too. Cause I know some of my other garages that are smaller, I'm not hanging over the entrance like this. But hey, all depends on how much money this garage makes. I have to do a lot of looking into for that. So, alright then, well, like I said, let's shut it down now. I'll do all that in a minute. Not worried about it. But yep, so now the plan is I'm gonna switch into the international. If it's in here, if it is, cool. If it's not, well, like I said, I'm looking to start tomorrow anyway, so chill on out, start tomorrow. So alright, I'll holler at y'all when we either in the international or tomorrow. One of the two. I think I need to upgrade this garage. It doesn't have the same appeal as the big ones, but that's okay. That's okay. No, just sitting. Happy Saturday to ya. Just sitting here for a minute. So let's go ahead and walk on out this garage. It's funny, all the garages you have, you forget how to get out of them. Alright, so let's see how we get out this one. Nope, nope. No. There's gotta be a door somewhere. No. Ah, yeah, I gotta go through this door. Hey, nope, I'll meet y'all at the truck. Yep, well, there's a fancy one. Got a lock and everything. Okay. Okay, I see you. Yep, good old international. Yeah, walk over here, get a look at her. She pretty, need a little service done, but she pretty, and I can already tell you, I'm already let you know this one. If you've been following what I was talking about with why I'm in it and versus the Mac and everything, She ain't going nowhere. She been around too long. She's too nice. She's too pretty. I have so many memories and stuff with her. It's just that's not happening. So she definitely ain't going nowhere. But just to be able to say did it. Logbook will show that she ran a couple loads. Justifiable to stay and all that stuff. So yep, I'm just in there pretty much to, as the old saying is, cross the T's and dot the I's. So jump in there. Alright, there we go. Let's see, make sure everything good here. She needs some fuel. That's slow, of course, because it ain't been started, except just to move it over here. Yep. Alright, go fire it up. Here we go. Yeah. Now, I can already tell you now, I remember this bed. And it's not that it ain't comfy, but it ain't like Sophia. Or even, who's the other one that I own? Can't think of it. I always think of Sophia. But it's doable. So I need to throw a sheet on here. Well, the fun part is because I was thinking about it last night in the garage. Since I'm keeping both of these, this truck and the Mac, I'm going to revamp them both. Put more touch on them, make them not so plain and stuff like that. Both of these trucks were for my days of just running, rolling, working, money. Well, thankfully in the career I'm not there no more. I can actually enjoy some more stuff. So, who the heck keeps pulling? But so just make them more Exit style, if you will. So I had enough of that. We here about Louisiana, baby. So in episode number 1, I told y'all I'm start getting better about this, and if XO Productions won't do it, I'll do it my damn self. I don't care. I'm X. I stand on my own feet. And tell you some facts about Louisiana. I'm gonna just give you one now, because I'm not running behind, but it's Saturday, and I gotta try and get going here soon, so I'm not running all daggone day. But some interesting facts about Louisiana, and I'm glad we're actually in right where the fact talked about when I asked all them smart speakers and whatnot. Baton Rouge was the site of the only American Revolutionary battle fought outside the original 13 colonies. Yep, I'll repeat that for all you history buffs. Baton Rouge was the only site. Oh, my bad, I'm screwing up the website. Baton Rouge was the site of the only American Revolutionary battle fought outside the original 13 colonies. One more time because I screwed it up. Baton Rouge was the site of the only American Revolution battle fought outside the original 13 colonies. That just makes this seem more. I don't even want to run now. It just feels like I need to just go play around in Baton Rouge, have some fun up in here. Which I could, money-wise is decent, but at the same time I'm like, I don't think that's the best route. So let's see what this board has. And I'm gonna be picking up. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to tell y'all. After doing some looking around and stuff last night, I'm now leased with Bitterman. Yeah, that's the lease. No more, just all my own, or at least own authority and own trailer and all that. Leased with Bitterman. So for right now, I gotta get a dropping hook. Until they give me a trailer over here, they already sent the email about, hey, I need a trailer request and all that. So yep. So let's see what we got on the Bitterman now. Bitumen. That's not super far. I'm not going all the way to Oregon today. No, I'm dead. I'm not going that daggone far. They got one at Lafayette. I think that's more AMT. No, this would be Bitterman. Lafayette. I mean, as far as money, decent. They got one going to. That's not AMT though. That's AMT. They got a lot of AMT. I should have went to freaking AMT now. I think scaffolding would do it. That's a little too far than what I'm trying to. It's Saturday, y'all. I'm not trying to walk too hard. Yeah, that's a little bit longer than I would like. I think that's AMT. I guess they. No. Yeah, okay, that might do. Yeah, there we go. That works. That's a good one. It's fun when you have your own stuff. It makes it so easy. And I'm just talking about in the grand sense of this, because I know a lot of people who not be able to do this, look at it like this, know what they can and can't do. It's fun being X. I don't care. I'm tooting my own horn for a minute. It's fun being X. So all right, let me do all the app work for this. We'll go pick her up and get loaded. Well, actually, no, we ain't gotta get loaded. Just pick her up, hook up, and be gone.